Hey, Watsonator here, and this is a quick guide to show you how to easily unlock Drifter in the new Risk of Rain 2 DLC, Alloyed Collective. There is an important prerequisite, and that is you will of course need to own the new DLC. On the character select screen, you can see that to unlock Drifter, it says, "Free the survivor from the vault and Solutional Haunt." Let's see how to go about doing that, and I will do my best to avoid spoiling the final bosses, but there will inevitably be some minor DLC spoilers ahead. To make it super quick and easy, I would recommend just running on the easiest difficulty, and you can even turn on Artifact of Command to make certain that you have a strong build. Pick whatever survivor you want. I have been using Operator since this is the other new character, but it doesn't matter. Make sure the new DLC Alloyed Collective is turned on as well before starting. The first step is to go about a standard run until you make it to the third stage. It doesn't matter which stage variation, but somewhere randomly in the third stage you will locate a new device called an access node. Activate this device and you will see it change from red to blue. Now go ahead and finish the level and activate the teleporter. You should notice this unique looking blue orb circling it. You will now have to down both the normal boss and another boss called Solus Amalgamator. Once you defeat these bosses and reach 100%, a pink and blue portal will spawn called an Encrypted Portal. Take this and you will find yourself in a new zone called Conduit Canyon. You can move around this area by riding the zipline portals. Press your activate key at any time in order to enter or exit these lines from any point. For the second step, you must collect at least 6 Sentry Keys which drop from the enemies in this zone that appear with a blue force field around them. In order to deal damage to these enemies, you must be within their force field. After collecting the first 3 Sentry Keys, you can place 1 in each of the 3 Sentry Terminals in order to lower the blue walls up ahead and continue on. In this second half of the stage, you must place your final 3 Sentry Keys in the remaining Sentry Terminals to power up the nearby teleporter. If you need more Sentry Keys, you can activate special shrines that are scattered about in order to spawn additional force field enemies. I will avoid spoilers here, but you are going to need to take out 2 bosses, one after the other, and charge the teleporter before you are able to take it. Once you have done so, you will find yourself in another new zone, this one called Solutional Haunt. There isn't much to see up here where you spawn, so go ahead and proceed down the giant hole and continue forward until you get a cutscene. The third step involves slaying this new final boss, which I will avoid spoiling. It can be a pretty tough fight though, so be careful. Once defeated, grab the encrypted cerebellum the boss drops, and you will notice that a couple of tunnels have opened up around the room. Explore these side tunnel areas until you locate 2 Solus coffers, and take the items they contain, which are called Prison Matrix. It is possible for both of the Solus coffers to spawn in a single tunnel. After you have found both prison matrices, head back to the boss room and watch out for a special mini-boss that attempts to gank you. In the main room, use one of the prison matrices to activate the Matrix Terminal Cube in front of a blocked area. Move forward and do the same on the second Matrix Terminal. Doing so will reward you with Drifter. Congratulations! Afterwards, feel free to get all of the loot in this room, and then head back to the mainline portal on the downed boss to continue on to a special area which I will not spoil. You may realize that you still have the encrypted cerebellum in your inventory. There is a way to decode this in the final special area by locating Chef and combining it with either a Sentry Key or a Rusted Key. I think some other things work too. I might go into more detail with this in a separate video. Once you have returned back to the character select screen, you will see that you have unlocked a new survivor, the beautiful Drifter. Hopefully this video assisted you and was able to explain everything thoroughly in a somewhat timely manner. Consider subbing to the channel for more Risk of Rain 2 content, or catch me live on Twitch or YouTube at twitch.tv/watsonator and youtube.com/watsonatortv. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day.